guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. So I thought I'd point out a few things about the GoPro 5 and the reasons that I don't think that I will be getting it. That's the GoPro Hero 5 Black. So firstly, I've got two GoPro Hero 4 Silvers and I very rarely use both of them at the same time, but I do use both of them. I can't really justify actually getting a 5 Black. I don't think it's going to benefit me anyway as far as motovlogging goes. If anything, I think it's going to make motovlogging a lot harder with it because of its design. Loads of people were moaning and pointing out concerns online, saying about the fact that it's now encased in its own case, it's waterproof without having to put it in a separate case. What happens if the screen gets scratched, well, the lens cover. But you can buy replacement lens covers, and because you have to actually take that off to put it in its waterproof housing anyway. So no, that wasn't a concern for me. Battery life, having to get other batteries, that wasn't a concern for me either. The biggest thing obviously with motovlogging is microphone, and I believe that when this one actually comes out, when the 5 Black is released and people are using it, I believe that the microphone input is going to be a lot better. It's going to handle sounds a lot better than the 4 or any other previous generations. But the biggest issue for me personally is the fact that with the 4 Silver and the 4 Black, and even the 3 and the 3 Black, 3 Plus and whatnot, they all use a mini USB to 3.5mm adapter, whereas this one don't. This is USB-C, and the adapter that it comes with, in fact, you know what, I was going to try and describe it with my hands, but I'll put it on the screen. It's not actually a USB-C to 3.5, it's USB-C to 3.5 to USB-C again, or maybe oh, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's a different adapter, and it's not an inline adapter like the previous generations where it's just a small cable. This is a cable that goes onto a small block. So for motovlogging purposes, it wouldn't be practical really having this block where it is. It's like, well, where would you put it? The cable is not long enough to hide this block inside your helmet. How is this small little block on the end going to be regarding rain? Whereas this adapter that I've got now, I've got electrical tape over certain parts of it, but then I've used some Sugru at the end, so when I do push it into the side of the housing with a small hole that I've made, it's not watertight, so obviously if you dunked it in water, water's going to leak in. But as far as riding in the rain, I've ridden in some torrential, horrible rain, and not one bit of water has gotten into the case. Others have mentioned about the door on the side to the microphone port, the fact that it's a spring door. Worried about it not being able to come off. Yes, it does come off, so you can use it with a microphone and whatnot, but again, it's that microphone adapter. It just wouldn't work for me at all, and I don't think it'll work for a lot of motovloggers. Some people are going to find their own way about it, but and do it obviously how they want, but for me personally, it just, I can't justify the cost to have that sort of inconvenience. There's a couple of features of it that I think would be absolutely amazing. The fact that it can use stabilisation at 1080p, but rather than other brands, say for example like Sony stabilises 1080p footage. What it does, it takes a frame in the 1080p, fixes a point on it, say for example this windshield here. It fixes a point on it, and then any frame that's kind of out of key with that, it moves and corrects it, and you do lose a little bit of quality. Whereas what GoPro are doing, they are taking frames out of a 4K file and correcting it and creating a 1080p. So I think the stabilisation will be fantastic. Voice commands, I mean, all this I'm speaking from a motovlogger's point of view, not everyone else's point of view. So voice commands I think are absolutely brilliant, but again with motovlogging, not so much. I honestly don't know. I've not been able to try it. I don't know anyone who has tried it, or if anyone's given it a go. So there are lots of features that I think are brilliant, but at the same time I don't think it'd be worth selling off your GoPro 4 Silver for, especially not for motovlogging. In general use, I think it'd be absolutely amazing. There are lots of great features, but I kind of see GoPro going and doing what Apple's kind of done. Apple makes something that's great, and then they only change a tiny bit each time. It's not enough sometimes to warrant the cost. For example, GoPro's just released their Karma drone. A week later, DJI announced theirs, which is a hell of a lot better, a hell of a lot more features, lighter, faster, and just better design than what GoPro's done. And GoPro's been waiting for years to do a drone. So they're kind of a little bit behind on the game, because all the features that they're releasing now, this is stuff that people have been doing for a while. You would have thought that they came out with something a little newer, or maybe invented something, or I honestly don't know. I think I probably would have picked up the 5 Black if it shot 4K and 60 frames a second, because that's probably something I'd be using for motovlogging. It'd be something I use for other purposes, being able to do some okay slow motion footage and some creative aspects of it, and zooming in and moving across and panning across the frame and exporting a great 1080p file. But again, it's not something that they've done. Maybe they might not be able to achieve it in that small package, may overheat like they have problems with the 4 Black. I honestly don't know. But as far as the motovlogging point of view goes, I doubt very highly I'll be getting one. One of the cameras I have been considering, and I'll be intrigued to see when it comes out, is the Drift 4K. The problem that everybody, I don't care who you are, or if you can, most people are going to stand by the camera because they spent a lot of money on it. The problem with the Drift Ghost is, well, sorry, not the Drift Ghost, but the Drift Ghost S, is the fact that the software was awful, absolutely awful. It would constantly crash, you would lose footage, and Drift just denied completely that it was their fault. They just never updated it to the point to fix it, like GoPro did. And that was one of the main reasons I switched to GoPro. I got updates, it felt like a new camera each time I was using it. Any problem, GoPro updated it. If I had a customer service problem, I emailed GoPro and they were on the case and they sorted it out, whereas Drift, they're like, nah, it's your fault. No, it's not us, it's obviously using a bad memory card. Media is my profession. I work with memory cards all the time. I know what works and what doesn't work. I know the best cards to use and the worst cards to use. It's just whether that camera accepts them or not. And I tried so many different ways to get that camera to work right, and it never bloody did. So that's my only concern with the Drift 4K, but if that Drift 4K comes out and there are no issues and people aren't moaning and complaining about it crashing and the software being rubbish, then I will definitely get one, absolutely. For the main reason that the Drift in general have the best microphone input, and as far as cameras go, especially for motovlogging or helmet mount cameras, they are the best designed cameras that you can get. The fact that you got the rotating lens on there, the battery life's incredible on it, it's got more than enough features. I mean, look at the Drift Ghost S now. Yes, when it is working and people don't have issues with it, the quality is not the best out there, but it's comparable to some of the latest models that were released by other brands other than GoPro. So that's the one I'm slightly intrigued about. I was looking forward to the GoPro 5 Black. I'm not disappointed by it, but as far as motovlogging point of view goes, it's just, I don't think it's going to work for me. I mean, it's a pain in the arse with the GoPro 4 having to have this adapter sticking right out and then plugging a mic into that. It's a bugger. So having an adapter that's the same size as this plus a big block on the end, it's just not going to work for me at all. So that's the main reason I don't think I will be getting one, which is a shame really, because they've brought it out at a great price compared to all the other GoPros. I mean, all the other GoPros when they came out were £400, £450 and sometimes even more on release. I believe the GoPro 5 Black is going to be £349, something like that. It may be a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure. But I think for everybody else, people that are using them with their family, for film production, etc, etc, I don't think you can go wrong with the 5 Black. I think it's definitely an upgrade. The features are worth it for everyday production. But again, like I said, it's not for me with motovlogging, I don't think. I'll have to wait to see what people come out with and what other third-party accessories come out as far as adapters go, because I know that the 4 and the 4 Black have been a pain in the arse with third-party third-party adapters. So, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Drift 4K is something I'm looking forward to release, just to seeing what it is capable of and see if Drift has actually fixed their software issue. If there's one little issue at all regarding software or crashing or anything that people come out with when they're testing it or when it's released, then I won't be getting it, because I know for a fact that Drift won't update it. They would just ignore it like they did with the Drift Ghost S, which is a shame, because that potentially adds, like I say, the potential to be the best action camera on the market as far as helmet mounts go, if you like the side mount. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the GoPro 5 Black. Let me know what you think in the comments. And like I say, I think it'd be great for lots of applications, just not so much for motovlogging with that mic mount, with that mic adapter. Right, so I'm currently off to Shire's motorcycle training. I used to pop down every couple of weeks and have a coffee and go and speak to them. Hello. Ignorant git. Yeah, I used to go and pop down to them every now and then, but since the cattle market in Derby has sold where they was, which was only 10-12 minutes down the road from me, they've now moved to Nottingham, to a new unit. I've not been down yet, so I thought I'd pop down and say hello. So anyway, right, I'll leave it there. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments regarding the Hero 5 Black. If you want to see any more of the videos, click on channel and click videos, and they're all there. Right, take care all, have a good day, and ride safe.